The climate disaster presidency is underway. So the Hill reports President Trump on Tuesday moved two controversial pipeline projects forward by signing a pair of executive actions that could speed up approval of the Keystone XL and the Dakota Access Pipeline. Now, the technical legal situation behind this is a little more complicated. Keystone XL does need a presidential approval. Dakota Access Pipeline needs Army Corps of Engineer approval, and it's a slightly different legal pathway in order to get it approved. But you clearly have a White House now that is on the record, and they say, we're for Keystone XL, we're for the Dakota Access Pipeline. And this is an indication of perhaps one of the worst, if not the worst aspects of the next 4 years, God forbid 8 years, if he gets reelected. He is going to wreak havoc on the environment, and climate change is going to be sped up. And this is as many scientists have pointed out, this is a human extinction level event. Even under the Democrats, what we get is, okay, let's do 16% of the good stuff that we have to do in order to fix this. Under the Republicans, you get, I have an idea. Let's turn the car and face it in the wrong direction and slam all the way down on the gas pedal. In fact, let's add a second or third gas pedal to that car and press on all of them. So the Democrats don't take us enough in the right direction, but the Republicans are going full speed in the wrong direction. And they don't understand the consequences of their actions. In fact, to show you just how much they don't understand it, Trump has officially cracked down on federal agencies and is stopping them from doing their jobs. So The Hill explains, the Trump administration is clamping down on public communications by agencies as it seeks to assert control over the federal bureaucracy. Now, how does this link to climate change? They explain, new restrictions on social media use and interaction with press and lawmakers at the Environmental Protection Agency and the Departments of Commerce, Health and Human Services, Agriculture, and the Interior have sparked concerns of a President Trump-backed effort to silence dissenting views. So what happened here is you had various government agencies that do regulation and government agencies that are supposed to care about the environment. And they would be on their Twitter feeds, for example, giving facts about climate change. It happened under a standard operating procedure under the Obama administration, but Donald Trump got into power. He sees the different federal agencies are doing their job, and he goes, nope, we're going to nix this. Don't tweet anymore. If you're at Health and Human Services and you said something about climate change, don't do it. You're at the EPA, you said something about climate change, don't do it. He even went as far as to say, you can't communicate with each other. So it's normal business for members of Congress to talk to the EPA or Health and Human Services, for the EPA to go back and forth with Health and Human Services, for Agriculture and Interior departments to talk back and forth. This is standard operating procedure in the government. Trump says, no, we're going to shut it down. We're going to shut it all down. Why? Because the philosophy of people at government agencies that are tasked with regulating and looking out for the environment, he says, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in looking out for what's best for the environment. I don't think climate change is real. So if you say climate change facts on Twitter, gag order. You're not allowed to say anything. We're taking the Twitter account away from you. And this is all happening at the same time that we read articles day after day of a new record being broken when it comes to temperatures. We, every single day, this year is the hottest on record, and last year, that year was the hottest on record, and oh my God, it keeps getting warmer. It's always worse than even the worst case scenarios pointed out by scientists, going back when you look at their models and their predictions from years ago. There was a story recently that the Middle East, certain parts of the Middle East are going to be uninhabitable for human life come the year 2100. You think the Syrian refugee crisis is a crisis? Wait until the entire Middle East has to dump out. Wars over water, famine, drought. This is what we're looking at in our future. And we have a government that doesn't even acknowledge it's real. Never mind acknowledging it's real and then going 16% in the right direction to try to fight it. Big Oil has a stranglehold on our government, specifically a stranglehold on the Republican Party. And this is another example of it right here. And they don't have the foresight to be able to realize what the experts are saying, what the reality is, and what the future holds for us. So they're driving the car that we're all in off a cliff. We have to stand up and fight against it, and we have to fight against it right now.